Hello and welcome to a very early Atomic Mass Transmissions. I am Simone Elliott. I am joined by one Will Schick.
Hello.
Will Schick and I have been on this journey together for about 2.5, 3 years of this new exciting thing that we are so thrilled to be able to share with you.
Yeah, it's been a long journey. We presented what we're about to show to one Simone Elliott quite a while ago.
Yes.
And through some clever negotiation tactics, maybe aggressive negotiations, one might say.
Me never.
We were able to land on a fantastic new game that we're about to show you. And what better way to do it than to actually have a video?
Yeah. Or what's even better than one video is showing the video twice. Excitement. So join us, watch this video, and then join us. We're going to be talking a little about it right afterwards. Cool. We'll see you soon. So, you have all gotten a chance now to watch our beautiful new baby, Star Wars Shatterpoint.
Are we not even going to talk about how we lost our screen?
I was just never going to acknowledge the fact that whole thing had changed, that people came in, they moved stuff around. It was fantastic.
People were here until late hours last night to set this up.
I was one of them. Those people were also hiding behind us this entire time.
Not anymore. They're not hiding now. It's fine.
But look, this is Star Wars Shatterpoint. We are so excited to be adding an additional Star Wars miniatures line to our product offering. Catalog. That's the official word. Yes.
That's the nice word. Yeah. So Star Wars Shatterpoint. It was, as Simone mentioned, born more than two years ago, 2.5, almost 3, in initial conversations. And one of the things that we really wanted to do was create a new experience for people to dive into the Star Wars world through miniatures games. So it is a skirmish-based, character-driven, squad-focused miniatures game. It, of course, centers around the big-name characters from Star Wars, Anakin Skywalker, Asajj Ventress, General Grievous, and their kind of squads that come along with them, supporting and secondary characters that players will choose to build their own squads. And then they go into battle, and they fight over narrative-driven dynamic scenarios that are constantly changing and shifting as the battle progresses. Our goal here was really to create something that was a love letter to the 80s and 90s animated Saturday morning cartoons. So the idea of these characters going week to week on high action, high octane adventures, and just being heroes and villains and all of the great stuff that we've come to expect from those moments of sugar-fueled Saturday morning mayhem as kids. It was super fun to work on. We got to work with LFL to specifically make a brand new look for this Star Wars game. And really stretch our wings and kind of dive into that animated Saturday morning feel. And so a lot of stylization, a lot of love went into this, and we're just couldn't be more excited to finally be able to reveal it to everyone.
One of the kind of design goals that I gave you is I wanted it to feel like that great Clone Wars animated series, like Tom Kane narration at the very start. Like when you play Shatterpoint, the action is already happening. You are coming into something that is already in progress. Essentially. So I can't believe that you did not talk about Season 7, Ahsoka and Maul.
Season 7, Ahsoka and Maul, they're some of the stars from the core set that will be coming out. Of course, the game, like all of the games that Atomic Mass Games makes, the best way to jump in is going to be with that core set. The core set includes all of the squads and characters that you need to get started and start playing, and you can also experience that with a friend to start learning the game. It's also going to come with a ton of amazing terrain. One of the things you'll find as we start to dive in the future, because we're not going to talk about it yet, this is just the reveal teaser, in the gameplay itself, is that elevation, gantries, catwalks, all that stuff play a huge role in the strategy and tactics of the game. So of course you need a decent amount of cool looking Star Wars terrain for your table, and Shatterpoint is going to provide a ton of it as options for everyone who dives into this exciting new Star Wars miniatures experience.
And no railings, because there are not railings in space.
We'll talk about that later, because I have a few pictures. I've got a file of Star Wars railings that I'd like to show as a
Summer,
rebuttal
please.
to that.
Unacceptable.
But yes, so yeah, it was really fun to just like work on something that's entirely different, but still very evocative of Star Wars, a very different theme and trope. And I believe, one of the things that's most fun is that it adds to the existing catalog in such a robust way. It's always fun to kind of look at what exists and then say, okay, well, what are we not hitting? Like, where are the beats that people may be looking for, and so that was really the goal with Shatterpoint, was to create something that felt entirely new but also fit within the catalog of games that we have. Super fun to work with. Of course, after the core set, you're going to have the chance to expand your collections with all of your favorite characters as they continue to roll out. So you're going to be seeing regular releases nearly every month, diving into all of those iconic characters. I'm going to throw some out: Mace Windu, Kit Fisto, Cad Bane, the best Star Wars character.
Padme Amidala.
Padme Amidala. Yes, this is Simone's Padme Amidala squad was definitely one that when we proposed the idea to her was number one on the list. Had to happen. And they've been a favorite among all the people who have playtested them.
Yeah. So should I talk about business things?
Business. Let's get into business.
Business. Okay. So pre-orders are going to launch in January. So once January happens, you're going to hear a lot more from us. We're going to talk about character design. We're going to show you more sculpts. We're probably going to show you some behind-the-scenes wackiness. So that'll happen kind of through January and February. When we get to March, we would love you all to join us at Adepticon, where there's going to be you can say it, you're the one contractually obligated.
I'm going to personally roll out the red carpet for the world premiere of Shatterpoint demos.
Yep, so we'll have that happening at Adepticon, so we're so excited to see you there. Around that time, we'll get a little more into gameplay and kind of the depth of strategy and all of that cool stuff.
Got a lot of really cool stuff coming in terms of release or previews, reviews, articles, all of that stuff. It's going to be coming in January, correct? Like mid-January?
It starts in January, and then we kind of roll it out up to the world premiere of demos at March at Adepticon, and then through the rest of the spring as we kind of prep for launch.
And that will be in summer of next year.
Summer of 23, friends. One thing that I also wanted to talk about, I know we have a lot of international players, so I wanted to talk now about what the localization plan is for this game. So in addition to just being a very ambitious project when we talk about the scope of what we wanted to do gameplay, for us this is also very ambitious. We are trying a completely new way of distributing this, the localized versions to everyone. Essentially, your core sets are going to be available in one language, so you can buy it in English, French, German, Spanish, and Polish. But when you get to the expansions, all of the cards and components for all of those languages will be in one box. This is just going to allow our international players to have so much more access to the game long term, and that for us is just so important to the health of the game and to support those players who have been playing with us for years on our other Star Wars lines. We think that this will just really let those games really flourish in your home countries. So to repeat, that is English, French, German, Spanish, and Polish. There you go. I think that was my business bit.
Business is over.
Business is over.
I think we should wrap this up, let them watch the video, and then play some Shatterpoint.
We could.
Like, I'm ready. I got the cards and everything. We can just go.
We'll just go. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Thank you, as always, for joining us. And we are going to see you again soon.
Thanks so much, everyone, for joining us on this wild, early special edition of Atomic Mass Transmissions Live. We'll see you on the next one next week.